boyfriend had so many icks and red flags that I really should not have ignored. But thankfully, I know what to avoid in terms of relationships and friendships. For example, if your partner likes to pretend he's a pig, or he likes to pretend that he's a monkey, and he picks your nits out of your hair and he eats them. Huh? Before we get into this video, I have a new editor. Everybody say hello to Avery. Also, we have some new decor. Decor? I don't know. It's James Marriott. He was there. Now my wall looks really weird and naked. Anyway, today we are going to be looking at some, hopefully, funny TikTok icks. I know people on TikTok sometimes have like the most stupidest, basic icks ever, but I've had a look at some of these and they're actually quite funny and silly. Let's get into it. Guys, is this a red flag? After an argument, my boyfriend got in my cart and drove off knowing I'm too overweight to keep up. And when I finally caught up to him, he turned around and said, "No wonder your ex left you." Are you joking? What? I would break up with him on the spot. That's surely classed as ableist, right? That's disgusting. And people in the comments are like flaming this person for the fact that they can't catch up to the car. By the way, guys, there's such things as illnesses. Just gonna throw it out there. Just gonna throw it out there. This one is, I wouldn't say this is an ick for me, but this is something that would probably make me love them even more because this is such a cute thing. I love it. I love ears, not in like a sexual way, but like, oh, this is the guy with the list. 798, are we serious? But I love ears. Like when I'm with someone and I'm like anxious, or even if I'm happy and we're just chilling, I will play with their earlobe. So if he has a detached, is it a detached earlobe where it's like this? Yeah, I will play with it. I will play with it. It's just such a comforting thing for me. This one is icks that women have given this person. So we're flipping it around so no one can say, I'm aware I've given some people some icks before. Icks women have given me. She farted in my car and acted like it was the outsides. I'm sorry, right? But if I'm not comfortable with someone, I either won't fart or I'll do it silently or like in like a busy place. Do you know what I mean? But if I'm comfortable enough, I do this as a joke. That's funny to me. How's that an ick? The bottom of her feet were black and dirty. You took a shower. Where did she take a shower though? Because if it was your house, then you've got dirty floors. Ask me for money, second day talking. Where your daddy? Okay, so I don't have a dad. He's all the way in Wales and I haven't seen him in 3 years. But that's mad. Why are you asking someone that you've spoken to for 2 days for money? It really does depend, I suppose, because if it's like urgent and like she needs food or she's got kids and she needs something for her kids, then, you know, kind of valid, I suppose. Breath smell like shit. Why you ain't brush your teeth? That's annoying. I had a friend like that. She was so funny. She's kind of bitchy, but like, it's cool. Not to me, so it's fine. But her breath smelled like doo. But she was lovely. She was lovely. Got mad because I didn't want to come pick her up after she got kicked out. Valid. Why she get kicked out though? Because if it's something that she can help or, you know, an accident, I don't know, it depends. She offered to pay for our food and then her card declined. That would just be me. That would be something that would happen to me. Ah, that's awful. Next one is a little bit different. We're going to be looking through the comments. He lost his phone the day before, so he had to use his iPad. The iPad had a satchel, so he wore it across his back to pump my gas. He leans on my car and farts. I had enough. Yeah. I'd immediately leave. We were about to kiss after an awesome date, and when I was 0.5 inches away, I've heard that's a lot, I could see build up on his teeth like he never brushes them. Body rolled away and asked as gently as I could about it. He said he doesn't believe in toothbrushes. My ex-boyfriend's breath smelled like shit all the time and he always had food in his braces. I understand like the struggle because I got braces myself, but he was wearing slides that were too big so his toes overhung the front and he would grab the front with his toes while he walked. That's funny. That is something that I'd look at and be like, yeah, we're perfect together. This guy, I dated this guy last year, okay? From Feb to May. We're not going to talk about why I broke up with him, but I did. Okay? A few days before, the Monday. I broke up with him on the Thursday. This was the Monday. He found out that his mate had died. So he used to live in South Africa. He moved here when he was about 11ish. He said 11, his mum said 12. He was lying. Whatever, I don't care. The Monday, he found out his childhood best friend in South Africa died. When we were back home, because he found out in school, so obviously the rest of the day he was like really, really upset. In maths was last period that day because I had an MRI scan. I had an MRI scan a few weeks before. Like, I had to go to the hospital for the results that day. 20 minutes left of the school day, my granddad, who took me to the hospital, as he was driving me back home, he went, do you want to go back to school or go home? And I went back to school because my boyfriend is really upset because his mate's died and I want to make sure he's okay, right? Normally, if you're a bit upset because obviously your mate's died, you know, valid. First of all, I'm not saying that you shouldn't have been upset, but I came back to school for you, okay? And I'm not the biggest fan of school, never have been really. He ignored me the entire time. He was like this, on the school table the entire time. And I was like, are you okay? Nothing. Have you heard anything from your mum? Nothing. Like, I understand you're upset, but hello? Both days, right? He'd be like this. And all of a sudden, he would go, he would fake cry so, like, it was so exaggerated. Like, you could tell as well, he was proper doing that. And he would look up at me every about a minute to make sure I was looking at him. And every time he did, the second he put his head down, I would try my hardest not to laugh. It was so embarrassing. And then, like, the teacher would come up to him, lovely, lovely woman, and she'd be like, are you okay? Like, do you need to step out? And it was like that, the crying had never happened because he'd go, yeah, I'm okay, I'm just tired. You were just bawling your eyes out. And now all of a sudden, you've got a completely dry face. Your sleeves aren't even wet. There's nothing on the table. What? And then he put his head back down, and me and his best mate, because he was sat in between us, we'd look at each other and we'd be like this because we couldn't laugh. And then his best mate actually let out a bit of a laugh, and he literally went like this, are you laughing at me? I broke up with him on the Thursday because he deserved it. Turns out his mate actually hadn't died either. He lied about it. He's just in hospital. He's got muscular dystrophy, I think it is. A few weeks late, like 2 weeks I think it was. We were on holiday with my uncle, who's friends with both me and him at the time. And me and my mum were both like, so is his friend dead? And he went, no, he lied about it, just for attention. I was like, I knew it! I knew it. I actually quite like where you are now. You're kind of like in the middle. Now, I think my blood pools in my legs, so I end up standing a little bit weird sometimes. This is like next level. This is the way that someone's boyfriend stands. Not too bad. Oh, hang on a minute. My boyfriend's ick postures. Oh, beef. This is an app, I think. Zoplo Hall of Fame. These are some of the funniest icks, and then people vote if it's like an ick or if it's like a stick. So like if they do this, then that's like, oh yeah, I'm sticking with you, kind of thing. Imagine him telling you he's written you a song, you sit down to listen and he pulls out a trombone. Ooh. Imagine him dressed as a mime pretending to create a wall so you can't get past. When he washes his bowl up but places it stood up on the drying rack so it doesn't drain. That's not an ick, that's just annoying. Ick or stick, him wearing pants with this leg. Ick. That's awful. Imagine him stood in the shower naked waiting for the water to get warm. He keeps putting his paw out to test the water. When he talks really softly and sounds like Michael Jackson, he even sometimes does it hee halfway through a conversation. That's not an ick. That's funny. Unless we're talking like a serious talk, then absolutely not. This one is, I think, an Instagram thing. He was too nice to me. He uses the emoji after every message and spaces exclamation marks. I don't think that's an issue. His feet were smaller than mine. It's an impossible obstacle to overcome. Why? People are too picky, I think. Used his abandonment issues as an excuse for calling me names. He does bottle service every weekend. What's that? I don't know what that is. Blocked on everything, but sends me money on Cash App to talk. Valid. Icks my friend have gotten from men. Tiptoeing it. They have no business doing that shit. Okay. When they send picture of themselves they think they look good in, waving down a bartender for a pen, saying you are the most beautiful girl they've ever seen. Okay, but 9 times out of 10 they do. Saying you are the most beautiful girl they've ever seen. See, I think if you like start talking and it's like early days, maybe not, right? Because you probably say that to everyone early days. But if it's like been years and you're like married or you've got kids, you know, like you guys have been together for like ages, you're really close, then yeah, okay, fair enough. And they post a picture on a Snap story that someone else took of them. Who took it? Because if it's an ex-girlfriend, I can see the issue there. But if it's like a best friend or like a sister or a parent, I don't see an issue, you know? Things that men do that give me the ick, vegan edition. The fisherman catch.
Bruh.
I hate it, but it's, I don't know, it's a bit cringe. It's another Zoplo. This picture freaks me out all the time. You're out for dinner and he pulls out one of them little mustaches on a stick from 2012, putting it to his face and making silly faces with it held up. The waiter is stood there trying to take your order. That wouldn't be an ick, that would be something that I'd laugh at. I cut it out of Jude Bellingham. Thank you, King. Win against Argentina. I'm seeing, this is Tuesday, by the way, which means that Argentina's tomorrow, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna predict it. My predictions, I reckon Argentina are gonna score 2 goals. I don't know if Argentina are gonna cheat. I'm gonna say 3 to us. That might be a little bit optimistic, but that's my predictions. I'm gonna write down the date. There you go. So if you see this, if I've predicted this, you should subscribe. Imagine him calling his thing Mr. Winky. Okay. Imagine finding out he's not 5'9", he's actually 5'6", and has been wearing those shoes with the inbuilt man heel that make him look taller. He'd still be taller than me. I'd be like, do you know what, it's fine, I'm not too bothered. Because I'm 5'3", so that's still 3 inches taller than me, so I'm not bothered. Imagine you get into an argument and he hits himself in the... Oh, my ex-boyfriend used to do that! Oh my god. My ex-boyfriend either did this or punched walls like behind me or would just throw me on the floor. He wears chainmail under his top and tucks it into his trousers. Okay, I mean he's protected. If he's walking through London and someone chefs him up, he's safe, he's not gonna die. He's 10, but he apologises with sorry or sorry. Ex-boyfriend did that, drove me insane. He carries his money around in a little brown leather coin pouch. Whenever he buys anything, he has to count the coins out. If we're in a rush, this would bug me so much. But if it's like a little funny gimmick, absolutely. See, 50-50, ick or stick. So, lesson learned, don't be so picky. Some of these are so stupid. Like, some of these are also natural. Some of these are just mean. But also some of these are extremely understandable. Just don't. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 500 subscribers by Christmas, so help a girl out. Also, make sure to follow me on all of my socials in the description below. Don't forget to say hello to Avery, and I will see you guys on Monday. Goodbye!